Hello and welcome to Rediscovering Limerick. My name is Sharon Slater. In this episode, we will be taken to the streets, where we will view fragments of our history that are still visible today.
In this episode, we will be visiting what remains of the walls of Limerick.
That's the old wall where it goes off into the corner, and then would have gone all the way down and down to the river, and then it would have joined at Ballsbridge over the river, and the wall would have extended around King's Island, and then back again onto the other side of the river, up John Street, out by Mungret Street, and then back up and across this way again. But you can see how, compared to how tall it was to when they were coming in, you have to imagine that all of this was lower down as well, because the ground has been raised in the last 300 years. So that would have been even higher, the wall of Limerick. This section in between where the two walls was called the parade, because the armies would march up and down through this section. This is one of the old gun ports on the old city wall. You can see that it's angled wider on this side, on the inside, so that you could have more access to the gun port, whereas on the opposite side it was only a narrow slit, so that people who were coming from the other side could not get access to the people who were firing on this side. That was the entranceway there was, and it said that there was a house on the other side, and this was the entrance and exit from the city itself to the house, to the large house that was on the other side. You can see it's fantastic carved arch, it's lovely work. And it went the entire way through the wall. You can see it coming out on the opposite side. It was between the siege of 1690 and 1691 that it was made as wide as it is today. It was reinforced during the cold winter, where the Williamite army had to back away from Limerick. There would have been a floor on here. Maybe it was a store, could have been a store or something, but there's another one here for the platforms, for floors. This was much higher off the ground than it is today. This has probably been raised about 4 or 5 feet from what it was in 1690. There's another one. That would have just been another entrance and exit way. It would have been guarded on both sides. There would have been a guard on this side of this to make sure who was coming in and out of it. And such a narrow gap, they would have been able to know who it was and be able to protect themselves, as each person would have pretty much had to come through individually. There wouldn't have been a horde coming through.
Remember to check out my website, limerickslife.com, to find out about things that have happened in Limerick's past, and also ilovelimerick.com to find out about things that are happening in Limerick today.